would have guessed that. Oh, shit.
Danganronpa.
Come on. There you go. Too bad Jamie isn't here because shit's about to go down. I think. I don't actually know for sure. Oh, right. I gotta change the game over. There we go. There we go. Leave the area, yeah. Whoa! Huh? Is that someone screaming? I think it came from the dining hall. Oh fuck, run to the dining hall! Ah, Makoto! We got a big problem, man! What's wrong? Look! His fingers shook as he pointed.
Hina! Are you okay? What happened?
She killed her. Genocide Jill killed Hina!
What? She looks fine to me.
You've gotta be kidding!
Don't know! She's not dead! Open your eyes! No way she's dead! Why? What happened? Well, Choco and Hina, just all of a sudden they were yelling and then they knocked the pepper off the table. And that led to a sneeze.
You SOB!
God damn it, not again! Jesus Christ.
Totally not adorable.
Anyway, totally not adorable boys. Just get her out of my sight, okay? Or else.
My beautiful scissors!
Start cutting and cutting and cutting and indulging myself for who knows how long. Okay then, let's get Heat out of the nurse's office. Come on, hero, help me. Sure thing. Genocide Jack's abrasive laugh chased us out of the room as we carried Hina away. By the time I finished taking care of Hina's injury in the nurse's office, she seemed to have finally regained her composure.
Sorry.
Thank you. Sure you're feeling better? Yeah, it really was just a scratch. Still, that was super close. If I hadn't yelled out, you'd be dead right now. It's all thanks to me, you know? Yes, well, 1,000 thanks to you, sir! So sarcastic. That just makes you sound even more hostile. Man, I couldn't believe it. I was positive I was about to see someone's life come to an end. If I ever saw something like that, I'd never be able to sleep again, which would suck. I love sleep. Yeah, never mind the person who actually died, right? Hey, Hina, what the heck happened? Oh, I just got into a fight, and I lost my temper and flew off the handle. Guess the fight was because of Sakura?
But...
At first, I tried to just ignore it. If you let jerk buttholes get to you all the time, you'll never have time left to live your life. She wouldn't let it go, so I just...
What the heck?
Now thinking about it, I felt like I wanted to punch her a dozen times.
You're serious?
Dozen punches isn't really without thinking. When things got out of hand, Genocide Jack got let loose, right?
Sorry.
It's my own fault, but I just couldn't take it anymore. Because... Because she was saying all these terrible things about my friend, you know? Or I knew it. Oh god, I can't read today. His eyes started welling up with tears. Just as the tears were on the brink of spilling over, the door to the nurse's office burst open. Thought the door was gonna fly off its hinges. There she stood before us.
Hina.
Oh.
Huh?
Sakura.
Ugh.
Bert. What happened?
Huh?
Oh, nothing. It's not a big deal.
Hey!
Kodo. Hiro. What's the meaning of this? It wasn't me. It was Genocide Jill. It's all that demented murderous fiend's fault.
Ugh.
Oh.
Damn.
To hurt Hina. Damn you. To leave me alone but hurt her? What is this?
How dare you!
What is this? I'm okay, really. It's just a scratch.
Ugh. No forgiveness! I can't forgive this! Ugh.
My god, so much screaming.
Ugh.
Hiro, if you want to hate someone, hate me. If you want to hurt someone, hurt me. I don't hate you exactly.
I can't forgive this!
Why?
Ugh.
Somebody save me! Hiro nearly tripped over himself as he ran screaming out of the nurse's office. Just a second later. What's going on?
Hey,
What's all this noise about? Kyoko stood in the doorway of the nurse's office, taking Hiro's spot in the room.
it would seem...
I gather that something happened. Kyoko, please! You have to stop Sakura!
Wait.
You don't need to stop me. I'm okay. I'm not going to do anything. I just... drawing a line. Right here and now. Drawing a line?
Goodbye.
Okay. Bye. Wait! Sakura! Hina sprang into action, leaving the nurse's office to chase after Sakura. The only ones left were... Kyoko? Are you still mad? Yeah, I figure.
That's fine.
It's fine. Huh?
Whew.
About that issue we discussed earlier? Doesn't matter anymore. Then, do you forgive me for not being able to talk about it?
In other words,
You could have told me about Sakura and Monokuma fighting, but you stayed quiet. We're only thinking of Sakura, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? You didn't want to confuse everyone until you could talk to her and be sure of what you saw. That's what you were thinking. That's why you didn't tell me, right? Yeah. To think like that.
I wouldn't have expected such arrogance from you,
Oh, okay. What?
because
Ultimately, that means you don't trust me. No, that's not it. But if that's how you feel, I can't really change your mind. I'm sorry.
that's fine.
I've already forgotten about it. Besides,
And I...
may have overreacted. Huh?
Anyway,
It's over and done with. Like I said, let's just forget about it. Hey, thank you.
whew,
The issue we discussed doesn't matter anymore. I want to talk to you about something else. So you wanted to talk to me about.
indeed.
Actually, I'd like you to come somewhere with me. We have business there. Where?
So,
Just come with me and you'll find out. Yes, but
shall we go?
okay. Typical indifference, Kyoko turned and walked away, setting a brisk pace. Ah! Kyoko! I hurried to catch up to her. She walked ahead in silence. In silence, I chased her. Eventually, we arrived. Dressing room? So the something else you mentioned.
Indeed.
That's right. Has to do with alter ego. But you said we didn't need alter ego anymore.
Wrong.
Didn't say we didn't need him. Just said he had done his job. Besides, it's not us that needs alter ego. He has business with us. Huh?
Right.
Alter ego asked me to bring others to come see him. Apparently he has something he wants to ask us. Alter ego wants to ask us something? Hello. Oh, so it's just the two of you? Kyoko and Makoto? His fingers glided across the keyboard. Is two not enough?
Thank you.
No, it's okay. Two should be plenty. What is it he wants to ask us?
Indeed.
Let's find out, shall we? Kyoko typed in the question. What you want to ask us?
So,
Yeah, so I'd like you to take me somewhere where you can connect me to the school network.
What?
Kyoko and I quickly glanced at each other. She replied, why?
you see,
That's a lot of typing for just typing why. Well, you said my job was done, right? But to just stop here, saying I finished my work,
but
I don't want that.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here.
That's right.
That's what Master would want too. So, to help everyone else, solve the mystery of the school,
That's right.
the only way I can help is if you connect me to this school's network. But if you did that, it's basically suicide. Positive the mastermind would find out about it. They'd find you and they'd... You agree, right, Kyoko?
So,
Realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I have to do this.
but
I'm scared. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but
still,
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay.
I'm gonna
It's
do my
for the
best.
sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. Help but get lost in that voice. It's just too committed, too admirable, too fragile.
Hey,
For what you asked before, Makoto? That's what the difference is between a person and a program, right? Yeah,
certainly.
when I talk to Alter Ego, I don't know. I have no idea how to answer that question. I think maybe that's a question even the program's creator can't answer. But I can say this.
Correct.
There's no question that Alter Ego is our friend. Yoko, to be honest, I didn't want Alter Ego to push himself anymore. As if we take any more risks, the mastermind really will notice it. But
Makoto.
let's do it, Makoto. Let's connect Alter Ego to the network. But
Hey,
he's our friend, so I want to take his feelings into consideration. And he says that he wants to fight alongside his friends.
now, if...
If you were in his place, could you just sit by and do nothing in this situation? Sorry, my voice is... You saw everyone else fighting and doing their best. Would you just look the other way? Or would you stand up? Stand up tall next to everyone else and tell them you're their friend.
So,
Hey, are you guys fighting? If it's about me, please don't.
I want to believe in myself.
I want to be able to say, I know I can do this.
Leave it to me.
So please, let me try.
Listen.
Besides, There's one place where the mastermind might not notice. One place?
That's right.
Remember? There's another place besides here where there's no surveillance camera. Without a surveillance camera. Secret room. That's it! The secret room you told me about. Definitely remember there was no surveillance camera in there.
Indeed.
I do believe you can connect to the network from there. I remember seeing an Ethernet port on the wall.
However,
Just because there's no camera there doesn't mean there's no danger. There's no way to be sure the mastermind isn't monitoring the network somehow. We'll also have to move Alter Ego, and the mastermind may spot us going into the secret room. If they pick up on any of this, then it's all over. Right.
that's what we have to do.
Despite all that, I still think we need to try,
Correct.
as that's our best chance of finding any new clues. Kyoko. In that case, will let me carry him? There's no way you could hide him with what you're wearing, right? So let me do it.
It's true.
Okay then, I'll leave it to you. Thank you.
So then,
Let's get started. It's gonna be a little cramped for you, Alter Ego. Bear with us, okay? Start packing him up right away. Closed the laptop and stuffed it underneath my jacket. At least it wasn't down his pants. Shit! You can't talk right now! I'm going to move you to another room. Until we get there, you have to be absolutely silent, okay? Understood. Your command has been implemented. Good. You act like a machine like that all of a sudden. Didn't know how to react.
Makoto.
Secret room, there are a bunch of different cables in one of the desk drawers. Might be a network cable in there?
However,
Assuming the mastermind hasn't taken it already. Well, all we can do is go check for ourselves.
it's true.
Agreed. Head to the secret room. Not together, that would be really obvious. How come this never opened up? One of those days? What, where you just want to sleep? Just want to be lazy? It's freaking cold outside. Wrap up in a blanket.
Hey,
Hey, Makoto.
why?
Sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. Go and check again. What?
Listen to me.
Just hurry up and go. Make sure you don't run off. I'm gonna wait right here. Not hot, but not cold, and it's only 1:27, and it's like I'm tired. I totally failed that. Like I said, neither the cat nor I wanted to get up today. We just looked at each other and we were like, do we really have to get up today? It's just one of those like days where you just wanna just stay in bed. Oh, I get it. She's acting. She was so forceful, I thought I made her mad again somehow.
Just a second.
You're just standing there. Hurry up and go! Okay, I'm going.
So then,
Be thorough. Counting on you. Okay, first we have to find a network cable. So many documents here before, and now nothing. Who took them? And why? According to Kyoko, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. Found it! This is a network cable, right? I just have to connect Alter Ego. Immediately got to work. Pulled out the laptop and connected it to the Ethernet port with the cable. That should do it.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it worked.
Leave it to me.
Just leave the rest to me. I swear I'll find something. I might even be able to connect to the outside world. If I can, I'll see if I can call for help.
So,
So please just wait a little while longer.
I'm
Just
gonna
hold
do
tight
my
and put
best.
your faith in me. About to leave, I decided to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're gonna get out of here. You and all the rest of us as friends. Hi, foe. You almost killed me in the card game earlier because it decided to pull out and make my Steam friends all his cards, like enemy cards. Thanks a lot. You were like, I think, 2 attack, 1 health, and flying? And I was just like, seriously? And it had your avatar as the picture. And I had to keep hiding the game because one of the other bosses decided to go through the fucking files on my computer, and I was just like, okay, we're not doing this today. Oh.
Huh?
Friends? Even me?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Makoto.
Makoto.
How'd it go? Well, it went okay, but all the documents were gone, just like I told you. But Alter Ego's connected to the internet now, or at least the school network. I was an unintentional mix of acting and real feelings.
Correct.
I see. And there's nothing left for us here.
Goodbye.
Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore, that much was for sure. Kyoko!
What?
Yes? So we're just gonna split up?
Why is that?
Of course. I have no reason to stay with you at this point. Well, maybe, but isn't that a little too direct?
Whew.
Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance. It's not what I meant. I just had more I wanted to talk to you about, like, what are you going to do about Sakura?
It's true.
Well, something has to be done, it's true.
However,
The way things are right now, there's no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the mind to listen. And what should we
so...
find some new clue that would likely change the situation? That's all we can hope for right now. Hi, hi! That's why Alter Ego.
Correct.
We can do is wait and believe in our friends, because friendship is power! Believe in the heart of the cards! Huh? Oh. Right. It's our only option. Parted ways, and I headed back to my room. Free time? Kinda tired. Laid down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving Alter Ego, but I was way more tired than I realized. So before long at all, nap time. Completely dozed off. Huh? Sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world. Who is it at this hour?
Makoto.
Get out here. Kyoko? What's going on?
Indeed.
Hina came to see me, and she was as white as a ghost. Sounds like something's happened. Doorbells? Yeah. There's doorbells on the doors. What? As I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake. She said for us to come to the rec room. Rec room? Okay, let's hurry. Uh-oh. That's what I think it is.
Huh?
Koto! Kyoko! Hina, what's wrong? Something's not right. In the rec room. It's inside. There's a window on the rec room door, and I hurried to look inside. When I did, Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair like she's bowing her head.
Hey,
What's going on? Did something happen to her?
Huh?
I was just walking past and I happened to notice her through the window. But I couldn't get the door open. I tried knocking, I tried calling her name. She wouldn't respond.
Huh?
So what should we do? Well, what are we gonna do?
anyway,
First of all, we need to get into that room. Door's locked, right? And if we break in, we'll be violating school regulations.
listen to me.
Going to force our way in. I just said
Wrong.
the door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock. Huh? Then why?
It would seem...
Feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Is it the chair? Chair?
In other words,
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means, as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply. There's no problem if we break in?
indeed.
Smash the window. That should be the fastest way. Okay, I'll go get something to break it with. Wait right here. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? She okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure... Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence. That silence didn't last long. Here! I found a broom! In the classroom! Use it!
Makoto,
Handle this, right, Makoto?
Please!
Please, hurry! Hey, you two, stand back! Took hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could. Aiming directly at the window, all it took was one solid hit. Window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. Stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair leaning against the door. Chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just pushed on it with all my strength, and finally the knob turned. Sakura! Ran up to her as fast as I could. The moment I laid my hand on her, all I felt was cold death. Good thing Jamie is in here! Yeah! Jamie! Poor Jamie. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. This is the problem with having a favorite character in this game series, is they're most likely going to die. Life had abandoned Sakura's body. And then...
A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin. Danganronpa.
Huh? Sakura's... Sakura's... dead? She's... really dead?
heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on. Sakura's dead body. Didn't make it in time. Whispering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Checking for a pulse? Or a reaction? Oh, Hina. Go get them. I have to go get the others. Oh, Jamie! Oh no! I'm sorry, Jamie! You can't have a favorite character in these games. You can't. Because they'll fucking die. Shaky legs. Hina left the rec room. And I... Why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again. To examine Sakura's body. Just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed. After I don't know how long, got everyone.
What?
Ogre?
Yes, yes.
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed. I see. You just said about me not being... As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
Heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means.
Interesting.
Sakura was murdered by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say?
Huh?
No. Whoever killed her accidentally summoned foe. How could you? It's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault.
It's one of you! Hiro Byakuya Choko, one of you killed Sakura!
What?
What?
Accusing us before we've even begun the investigation. Need to investigate anything. As you hated her. You hated the sight of her.
I won't forgive you.
One of you did it. I know it. Know it?
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Jeez. I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on.
Obvious. I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer.
It's the Monokuma file.
So mad, Miss Asahina, or you're gonna ruin... Jesus Christ. Now then, with that, Hold on. There's something I want to ask you.
Huh?
It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura.
Say what?
Uh-huh. Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then...
In other words.
Then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. The whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me.
Phew.
Which, thank God for that. That saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. It's even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey,
Gotta tell ya, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she'd violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her.
Well, darn.
So I don't know who it was, but whoever the Blackened is this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
Owe them one? Oopsie. Before you can get all pissy potty at me, you better figure out who did it first.
Shing!
Yes, I mean, your lives are all on the line, right?
What is this?
The hell? He owes them one?
I won't forgive you.
Hate him. I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind, after all. How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. Next game has already begun. I want to be angry at someone. Be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. We can't do that, we're all dead. Let's decide who'll stand guard this time. I'll do it. Hina? I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then Hina's guard number 1. We need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
What?
Always a thorn in my side. It's time to stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. Order?
That's fine.
Fine. I'll stay behind. That's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on! Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is... Hiro, Kyakia, Toko. None of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene.
Huh?
What?
It's your fault!
One of you killed Sakura. I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. Well, appears further discussion would be a waste of time.
It's all clear now.
I won't ask you to let all of us in, just let me. Don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. Okay. You, Hiro, do you really object? Go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
It's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina. You should agree to his request. But
Hey.
you have to find out who killed Sakura.
Correct.
Those of us still alive, to honor Sakura's memory. Fine. I guess that's okay. No matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally, who would want to touch a filthy dead body? God,
Listen.
it's enough fighting. Need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. We can't uncover Sakura's killer.
Listen to me.
All of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. You have no choice but to just do it. Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it! Better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. Time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room, 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point, the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood.
Hey,
Case this time might be a challenge. Nice that.
so...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with the chair from inside the rec room. Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. The door was blocked from the inside. There's no way in or out till we broke the window. There's like zero escape, right?
in other words,
This is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder? Guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or Ace Attorney or whatever. Excuse me, sir. Hi. Meow meow. Meow meow. You throw the door open and bust your way in here and... you just have to be a cat. You demand pets. really happen in real life? And right before our very eyes like this?
Hey,
Curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails? Sure, if you don't mind.
that's fine.
To break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. It simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include a string or a simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. For that, all we have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
Second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh?
In other words,
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from the outside to target the victim inside. Push a switch and it fires a handgun, you shoot an arrow through a gap in the door. You fire a gun into an elevator, something like that. Oh, sorry.
However-
I can't help but reference Ace Attorney. Because this is totally something that, like, happened there. In this case, it doesn't seem to fit. No guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Unless they shot through the window somehow, which kinda can't, because we broke it. We can probably cross that one off the
it's
list.
true.
Third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by that?
In other words,
Stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. Pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. Sounds like it could have been possible. Maybe.
it's true.
Fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked room?
In other words,
By that I mean there actually is an alternative escape route somewhere within the... See this a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible. Think we can cross that one off too?
indeed.
Believe so, yes. So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics. Just leave. You come in for pets, and then you leave. So there are 4 possibilities. Then Kyoko, which of those 4 choices seems the most likely in this case?
It's true.
Good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. Right now, I can't really say. See, maybe the killer set up the locked room. Until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else.
What the heck?
I already know who did it!
I won't forgive you.
Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro? Or coughing. Had to be one of them. I couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Let me help you find out more. See, Sakura asked all 3 of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me... She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon. Monokuma file said she'd died right around then. Tell you the truth, I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. She wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. This is what happened. If I'd stopped her, by force even, this never would have happened. Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. But the fact that she had asked those 3 to meet with her, she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, same time and place she ended up dying. Might be good to confirm what I just heard with the 3 of them directly.
However,
Sakura to have been killed. Yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
It's true.
She certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? It's taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
But if needed to, if they expected to stand any chance against her. I think I'll close the door, because the cat fucking threw it all the way open. All the way open! He just busts right in! Without a care in the world to come and get pets. And then he gets his pets, and then he leaves.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. And it's true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes. What fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. Ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Yakuya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
I'll finish. Please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Just remove yourself from my sight. Oh. Neighbors are getting a visitor. Oh, man. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of a blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So, what would have caused her to vomit blood? Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. I don't think a blow to the head would cause you to do that either. I doubt it. Not a chance. Yakuya.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. It does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. This looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
Ah, that's... Do you recognize it, Hina?
Well...
Well, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you gave that candy to Sakura. Found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. Sure, nobody else could get their hands on them. Really like them that much?
'Cause, I mean...
But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now, they've lost all their flavor. Hina. Shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. Glass is all red, and there are top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Wow. Absolutely amazing logic done right here. There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Check the next obvious spot. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. Wondering is, how they get those figures inside the bottles? That's what you're wondering at a time like this? So different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside? You've never seen that? Oh, yeah. Maybe I have.
In other words,
This is the Monokuma version of that. Monokuma bottle, if you will. Monokuma bottle. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little. Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. Monokuma figure we found on the ground. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious what happened there. Red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle, which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? Shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. Stop making me say Monokuma bottle! Monokuma bottle! Locker's open, and there on the inside, it's a handprint?
why?
What's a handprint doing here? It's like someone touched the inside of the locker and it left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
It's quite fresh, too. Monokuma bottle! Monokuma bottle! Monokuma bottle! Oh my god. Say someone was hiding here in the locker, and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locked room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Fortunately, that's not a possibility. Huh? Why not? Did you not see everybody come in?
Hey,
Back, before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh, yeah, the locker was already open. Or that, you know.
indeed.
I could have sworn everybody had come in the room. There's no way someone could have hid it in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then... what does this handprint mean? Shelf full of magazines. Well, okay. Just a look at this. There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. Must have come from Sakura, right? That doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
So,
Looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. No one knows how much she loved her protein. She mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
wrong.
I'd take that to heart if I were you. I know! Still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem 8-2. Reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the chem lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the chem lab.
Just a second.
That's strange. Huh? What is?
Hey,
See what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
correct.
They aren't scattered around the can, they're also underneath it. Why does that matter?
So,
Can't say for sure yet. You're probably going to want to take note of it. Feel like it'll become an important clue later on. Important clue? Not sure I see how. Well, I do. How did the bottle get on top of the glass after we broke the window to get inside? Sir? Chair was shoved up against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. Protagonist so dumb. Yeah, well. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Is that everything? I guess the door itself, probably. This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of strangling mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt that the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. There was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside.
Listen,
Well, Makoto, finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
so then,
You should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. Since we had our little lover spat, you have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Oh, okay. Just have to leave the area the normal way. Okay. So other 2 probably went back to their rooms. Oh, you're just gonna drag us down there? Okay. Wow, look at all these dead people. Press the doorbell. After a few seconds...
Who's there?
Ah! The most negative aura I've ever felt. Aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
Said you wanted to talk to me about something? I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. What?
Well,
Don't know what you were talking about. Yakuya already told me she had asked to meet with them. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said two, didn't I? Now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get the note. But I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Choco claims she didn't go see her, but... can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. That Toko quickly retreated into her room. Ding dong! And after a few seconds...
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet up with you.
What?
How'd you know about that? Well, okay, it's pretty obvious
Could
now.
it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Cougar told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that?
What?
Oh! Well,
What?
she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note.
How about that?
She gave it to me in person. And she happened to mention the others, like, in passing. That seems really fucking sus. I'll be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura?
You got it all wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
Last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
Haven't seen her since then. I'm here. Could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hero's feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, looks like I don't have it anymore. Wow. Big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hero's pocket. Huh?
Huh?
Ah. Ah! Tubby! Quick as the wind, Hero snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. Then how did you get that candy, you fucker? How did you get the candy? So well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hero quickly slipped back into his room. What a fucking dumbass. Hero said it was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Pocket trash. It's like pocket sand, but it's pocket trash. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hero. What next? Definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. Sure, it must have come from the chem lab. So, where should I start? Let's start with the, Can I teleport? Yeah. I guess we'll start with the chem lab. Oh! Huh. Interesting. Photo. Did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Sure did! Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand. Makoto's just like, yeah, I'm not saying that. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. Should probably take a closer look at it. Looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. More important right now. What's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? Be careful not to step in it. Let's see, what's on this shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. Huh, one of these things is not like the other. One of these things doesn't belong! The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers of this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A. Huh? But wait! There's one bottle in here that's labeled Chem C-9. Someone put it here on accident? Oh, on this shelf is... It's like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents, but simply they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
Words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. Wow. Didn't say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. On this shelf is... One look, I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. Oh, did all the skulls tip you off? Looks like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit Section C! Should try and find out more about this shelving unit. It's like it's split into 3 sections. Section A has dietary supplements, Section B has reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. What concerns me is that in Section A there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on there. Word. Okay. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? Looks like the bottle had a label on it. Chem C4. C4?! Boom! Oh. Not that kind of C4? Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then, this powder must have been spilled.
So, in other words...
That's right. It would have only been around the time of the incident. That really is when it happened. It must be related to the case somehow. These are footprints? And they're only in front of the left shelf. These footprints relate to the scene as a whole. I need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? Kind of you to offer. An insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
What?
Well, let's go, chop chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. Me.
I see.
So when you look at it like this... Interesting. It appeared that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly
Kodo,
possible.
are they yours? No!
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. I think I have a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. See, your feet do appear to be too big! Fortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately? How clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. These prints are a really valuable clue. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. Better not leave a footprint. Should probably take a good hard look at that powder. Just stare it down. Demand its secrets. So the remains of a broken bottle. Supposedly, yep. Footprints, yep. Yep, okay. Sniff it up, just huff it. Give it a taste, Makoto, give it a taste. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. Already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. Yeah, that's everything here. Huff that powder! Nothing bad'll happen to you! The rec room is... down one? I think? Yeah. Okay, everybody come over, we need to compare your footprints. That's not the correct direction. I puff it. Oh shit, I've been poisoned. Yeah.
Hey,
So Makoto, how's your investigation going? Told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me.
I see.
So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. It's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway,
Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These three things have revealed new clues. You'd do well to look over them one more time. It said the magazine shelf is hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Someone put it back that way on accident?
hey,
Something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. Pick up the inverted magazine and flip through it. This is one of the pages. Near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bold, bloody letters. And it said, Toko. Could this be... dying message?
correct.
Here you found it. Kyoko, is this?
So,
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. Dying message.
however,
Just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It's already like that when I found it a little while ago. Made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that... that says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it.
What the heck?
Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet.
I will not
It's
forgive
settled!
you.
She's the killer for sure! My god. Ina! Conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer! See why you would think that, but... it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Yeah, for one, it's not 11037, so, you know. Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new, something new.
Hey,
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. Correlation. Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is?
so,
Mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion is an idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. It's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer? Do trust you, to a degree. Otherwise I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree?
hey,
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. Don't mind helping me, right? Experiment.
anyway,
Gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle. Try and get the smaller pieces, too. Huh? Sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
that doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya is not here, so...
So then,
Anyway, need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. That, Kyoko left the room. I don't know what this is about, but... what choice do I have? I'd better just do it. Took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. So I finished up. Sorry to keep you waiting.
so then,
Everything ready? Then let's get to work. So, what kind of experiment are we doing?
in other words,
Got a scale from the chem lab. Going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? Pieces of glass you collected, and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of our experiment. Makes sense when we're done.
Listen,
First, let's compare the weight of two of the normal Monokuma bottles. It's balanced,
in other words,
which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
so then,
Here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might Oh god. Now, Now, what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out, or the pieces I collected will be lighter. Did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
so then,
Okay then, let's give it a try. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What?
In other words,
Results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all together,
hey,
and I believe you'll arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you. What else did she say was sus? The locker?
why?
Okay, yeah, this is just... was it Sakura herself that was... Oh yeah, okay. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from Sakura's body.
Just a second.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but
Hey,
you think you might need to actually examine the body?
whew,
There's no getting around it. Like me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. Kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although there are still some times. I believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
it's true.
It's totally normal. And how can you
So,
imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past? Wow! What? Sorry, never mind.
hey,
More importantly, look here. Her shoes?
correct.
See that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
Powder is clue number one.
Hey,
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot. So let me just explain.
It would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
That's what I learned from examining her body in detail. I believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
Already time? The mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, Ah, whatever happens, I have to make something happen. Exactly what we will do. Next time on stream. Sorry. Should I just like... Because you know the class trial is gonna take over an hour, so... Great cliffhanger, yeah, thanks. There's nobody else streaming. We still have a half an hour. I don't know if we want to do anything else or just stop.